Welcome to San Antonio, Texas, the Alamo City today at the Alamo Dome as we have a couple of squads here ready to square off in the Valero Alamo Bowl. There's nothing quite like wrapping up a regular season with a bowl victory. It just leaves a good taste in your mouth going into the offseason. Kickoff team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Odom. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cougars offense will have the football first. And we've been really eager to see this matchup, this quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal than this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. You make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for their defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can make you look like you're not as good as you've been all season long, so I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup and who wins it.
Tight end finds a soft spot. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Cougars can really attack on this second and short. They'll go to the ground. Wrestled down at the 43 after getting 5.
And that's a good second down run. Commit to the running game, run the football, great gain, great job on the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
Caught in the backfield, it's Westbrook. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Working well behind the sticks on second down. From the gun, the running back has it. There he goes! Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Jones to throw. Right on the money. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Takes the easy one to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing third down. Got the quick pass. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Cougars, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Woods. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Gets it out quickly. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. He might want another play. Gets the back moving. On third down, he drops to throw. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. Finds him out of the backfield. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Washington State will come to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cougar!
Well, your opponent can't beat you if you don't give them the football. And they were able to possess it throughout the entire first quarter, and they finally cap it off with that impressive rushing touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Baylor Bears offense will take the field for the first time. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks...
Breaks into the open. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. And the Bears with myriad options after that big pickup on first down.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw him just freeze the second level of that defense just for a second and allow the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Bears have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Escapes trouble. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
That is not an easy situation if you're an offensive lineman, 2nd and 3rd and long, because you know the D-line, they're coming. They know you're throwing the football. As an O-lineman, you better get out of your stance and get your hands up and punch and not miss, because if you do, then that's what happens right there.
And the Bears will send out the punt unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Just a short pass to the tight end. All the way out across the 45-yard line, marking out of bounds at the 46. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Woods. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
He's got an open man. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Jones wants to throw it. Makes the grab. Turning it on. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. Washington State going back to work on 1st down. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Quick completion on the out. Looking for the end zone. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. And the Cougars started this drive, backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Washington State.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important, down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
He's got his man across the middle. Oh, he got loose. All kinds of room to the right. Touchdown, Baylor! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield and he moves the sticks.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew. But I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit.
Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Jones to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have...
Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
How about that? I mean, they knew this defense was good defending the pass, but that had more to do with who's in the secondary, not necessarily who's up front. David, his best Pollock impersonation, picking that one off.
Yeah, baby, you don't get many opportunities to drop in coverage. You don't get many balls thrown your way, but when you do, you want to make sure you take advantage, showing off the athletic ability, showing the hands. The big defensive lineman comes up with the INT.
He'll bring it out. It's Hardy. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They're trailing on the scoreboard right now, but they are very much in the mix to finish this season with a bowl win.
Yeah, and I think you look at bowl games, sometimes there's a little bit of rust in the first half. That's what you talk about at halftime. Now, we get the ball, we're down. Let's go make a statement to start this second half. We're here, we're ready, and we're going to do some damage.
And here's the thing. They're in this bowl game because they're explosive on offense. It takes only one play. There's still lots of football.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. And they don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the 3rd downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the football on 1st and 2nd or throwing short passes earlier in the drop.
No, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for.
And that's a frustrating play right there. Like, the protection was really, really good. Jesse, quarterback holds on to the... holds onto the football, has time, and then makes a critical mistake over the middle of the field.
And he's just staring his guy down for way too long. There was the defender that...
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Washington State. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Coming out with it, it's Hardy. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, you've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
The Bears will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Well, this is a quarterback who has outstanding running ability, and he's hoping the defense is going to give him an opportunity to tuck this football and get upfield, but there was nothing there. You saw him that time. Hold on to it, hold, hoping some...
Oh, he's got some space. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The Cougars with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give to the right. Quick step and go. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Washington State has it all working right now. Off the play fake on first down to throw. They're working that left side. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington State has the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Using his legs, it's Woods. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
They'll go to the toss. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Sends it back in motion. They'll give it to the back. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Jones wants to throw it. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Touchdown, Cougars. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Makes the grab. Oh, my, circle, Spinderella. Put him in the spin cycle and pick up the first down.
For you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go faster, seeing it here.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Back to pass. Here's a heat. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Bears want to move quickly.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. That is the last thing you want on first down as an offensive sack. Now it's second down. Here's the pressure. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a
He's going for a big play downfield. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll send the back in motion. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season. Also wrapping up a really outstanding performance for this offense.
Yeah, and
there he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. He now has 84 yards on the ground, and what a season he's having. It's almost certainly going to be a 1,000-yard campaign. On first down from the 13-yard line. Motion from the back. Quarterback moving. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now.
And this is the frustration in playing man-to-man coverage. All the guys on your defense are chasing their guys. They don't have vision on the quarterback, but he is such a good athlete. He notices it, he takes off, he chews up yards, and makes a big play.
He'll pitch it. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on first down. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Off the play fake. Now he's going to break the pocket. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
I'd like to see a little more creativity here with respect to the route running and play calling to help get these receivers open. Right now in that last play, they didn't do anything to work away from the defenders.
And that's a killer because I'm okay running the same play back to back because I believe in that play. But when you get a negative play and now you've backed up, this makes this decision a lot harder.
They'll try to tack on a little extra to this lead with a touchdown here on 4th and goal. Looking for the goal line. And with a hallelujah land. Touchdown, Wazoo!
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
To the air on 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room.
Deep shot for the end zone. And the pass is incomplete, looking for a little salve for the wound, but the ball game is over. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play